Lighting's not good. Things have changed here. Audio's not going to be as good because I'm not going to have any kind of mic set up. And hopefully Ben will be in this video. Ben, look. At which point we'll turn off his doggone phone here. Hey, Ben. Benjamin. Look. Come here. Do you want to be on there?
Yes.
Oh, where's a Ben on there? Here, give me this. Daddy needs this phone. And Daddy's going to use this phone to look at my comments. So what I need is for you to just pay attention. Old Spice, how are you doing? All right, I can move it that way. Here, come closer to Daddy. See, there you are. Oh, there's a Ben.
Hey.
So, all right, I just need to...
Baby.
No, we're not going to do Blippi. We're going to watch this video on your phone so that I can watch the comments. Hey, don't grab this. All right. All right. Volume is off on this. We are watching the live chat. I can do that. Always and never. That's good to hear. Yeah, he really sent a lot of good people my way. People who I appreciate quite a bit because they are not just trolls. They're pretty targeted and conservative group of folks who are actual thinkers. So I can't say how much I appreciate that. So this is baby Isaac. So we got two little guys. Don't touch. No, don't touch. Oh, what did you do? Oh, goodness. There we go. Don't touch. We got two little guys. Two little babies. So, okay, I started this YouTube video a little bit early, and the reason is I wanted people to be able to get ready for this video. What I'm planning on doing is we will be primarily giving an update on Myla Rhys, which I will get you up to speed if you're not up to speed already. Give an update on her really quick. In this video, we are primarily trying to generate revenue for their GoFundMe. But when I get done with that, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be auctioning off this rule number 9 skull coin from Bad Az Beads, Bad AZZ Beads. They sell a lot of really cool EDC stuff. We're going to be auctioning this off. Whoever wins the auction will make their payment directly to the GoFundMe. And so if you're not up to speed, my best friend's wife gave birth at 23 weeks. So Myla Rhys was born at just over 1 pound. And so I've been giving updates. The people who are supporting this GoFundMe want to know how things are going. So Gabe and Ashton, Gabe, I think, was able to hold Myla for the first time. They're able to be with Myla together for the first time for sure. Myla's up to 1 pound, 12 ounces now. It's such a blessing. Ashton is doing better. The antibiotics worked. They were afraid that they were going to have to do another surgery because she got an infection. But so things are moving along. We're not... Things are not necessarily, at any point of this process, will things be completely, green and clear and in the safe zone, but things have just been going amazingly. So, that is a bit of the update. I'm sure that we'll do more of that update later. When everybody gets on, because like I said, I got on about 15 minutes early. Hey Ben, you can't be going for that phone, a little crazy. Mommy might need to put you to bed. I'm not sure yet. All right. So, but what we're gonna do for a little bit here, we can talk about other stuff. If you guys have questions or anything else that you want to talk about, at 8 o'clock Central here in about 10 minutes, we're going to go end of days prepper. I greatly appreciate it. At 8 o'clock, we're going to do the update again, talk solely about their situation, and do this auction. And then once the auction is done, what I'm going to do this week, which I haven't done in the past, is we're just going to open up this live video to whatever you guys want to talk about for a little bit. So, until then, if you guys have any questions or want to talk about anything, let me know. Hey. So the GoFundMe, I will not be using GoFundMe anymore. They're just, they just posted this big heartthrob article about how healthcare is a right. Freaking screw these people. But for the time being, this is the best way that I know to help my friend. In the future, if I set up some kind of fundraiser, I'll probably just do it myself. It'll take a lot more trust for people to just send me money, but I don't need to be making these dirty freaking bootlicking communists any money. Freaking bastards. And what's interesting about this is they're taking this whole communist socialist perspective of healthcare being a right, and yet the existence of GoFundMe proves that volunteerism, that people and that corporations do more for people than the government anyways. Interesting. So I don't have a loved one in the hospital. The person in the hospital is my best friend, his wife, and most importantly, his daughter. I should know her age off the top of my head now, but I'm guessing she's at about 30 weeks now. So, like I said, 1 pound and 12 ounces. Her oxygen levels are doing a little bit better. She's taking a little bit more food. It's been an amazing experience for me because it made preemie babies, which were always such a miracle, kind of more personal. And it's just crazy. It's just crazy. And my wife and I, with my best friend and his wife, were always like, you gotta have a kid. Let's get some kids going. When are the kids coming? You know what I mean? And then this happened at 23 weeks, and it's life changing. So that is what's what. Let's see. In about 8 minutes, guys, we will give the official update. Hopefully, people will start coming in. I always advertise these as starting at 8 o'clock. But that's all right, Isaac. I wanted to give you guys a little bit of before and a little bit of after today to talk about whatever you might want to talk about, because in doing these updates on baby Myla Rhys, I haven't been doing any of my own live videos or getting that live time and connection with my subscribers. So I want to do that, start incorporating that a little bit more and more. And the updates are getting shorter and less interesting. End of Days Prepper said they were born at 1 pound 4 ounces. It's just amazing. It's just amazing how these things can work, and especially gets me fired up when you think about abortion and stuff. And all of that filth. But there you go. All right. Starting to have a few more people come in, which is good. How are you all faring in this snowmageddon? Wherever you're from, how is your your local area handling it? Have you had any unique issues? I've got family down in Texas. What people don't realize is it's not the weather that's making things bad. It's a can we not do that in here?
I gotta get these open. I'm almost done.
It's a system that's not designed for the cold that's making everything bad. Good in Colorado. See, you know, if Colorado gets a really harsh cold spell, they get cold every year. So their entire system is designed to handle that. And in Texas, that's not the case. This is the coldest weather. I think I read one of the days was the coldest, one of the coldest days in the history of Texas for certain areas. It is Friday. Goodness, this is distracting. It is Friday. Friday is Fixed Blade Friday. I'll tell you guys about the knife that I carried today for 5 minutes here. Grilled this box, kick your butt. Just use the knife that's in your pocket. We talked about that before we left.
I'm gonna try to get them to bed. Guys,
All right, we are going to try to get them to bed. It's probably a bad idea on my part to think about, good night, incorporating the kids into the live video for audio purposes, but if you'll be patient and stick with me, we will get through it. Fixed Blade Friday. Every Friday, you are much cooler if you carry a fixed blade knife instead of a pocket knife. So, what I carried today, this is the Bear Forest Knives doggone GT3. Tiny little Kephart. You'll see it's quite a small fixed blade, and I've really been enjoying using it. And it came in an Armatus Carry Solutions Kydex sheath, which, as you would expect, is phenomenal. I had to modify it a little bit today because obviously the shape is very angular, and have it close to my pocket, this was very uncomfortable. This corner here is very uncomfortable to get my hand into my pocket. So I just took the knife and kind of shaved it a little bit, and I'll do a little nicer job with sandpaper later to get that rounded, but absolutely a premium little kit here. I had a comment about these recently when someone was like, hey, you know, I like the knife, I like the design, but at that price in 1084 steel, it's not worth it. And you need to understand that, especially when it comes to custom makers. Hey Joe, what's up? Survival Attitude, is that a YouTube channel or an Instagram? Let me know. Boy, distracting. Instagram. How? All right, Survival Attitude from Instagram. Glad to have you, buddy. And hey guys, if you have an Instagram and you want to throw your handle up on the video, we'll share it. So, well, a custom knife, Ghost Tactical. Glad to have you guys. Make sure you subscribe to Ghost Tactical. So, especially when from Raleigh, is that North Carolina? Gruesome Survival 41. When you pay for a custom knife, the material cost is actually a fairly small part of the equation. Now, the heat treat process for your super steels and super stainless and stuff is much more picky and time intensive and essentially expensive for your super steels and stuff. But really the cost comes down to labor and time. And there's really the way that people that don't really use knives think that, oh, I appreciate End of Days. The way that people think that a knife in super steel performs as compared to a knife in simple carbon is not all that accurate. Like, everybody's worried about rust, but you go out and you actually use your knife and you build a natural patina on it, and it hardly rusts anymore. And then you've got a knife that's incredibly tough, sharpens super easily, and holds a good edge as compared to that super steel without as much microchipping or potential for hairline fractures or anything else associated with it. So I like super steels. My own knives, my own brand comes in a super steel, but the value difference and the performance difference, it's not what people think it is. It really isn't. And my knives are production knives, I think, of the highest, literal highest level of production at White River Knives. I mean, their production knives are absolutely flawless, amazing. The finish is just incredible. They come in a custom wood box, custom fit, and the attention to detail in White River Knives is absolutely incredible, just amazing. But a custom, on the other hand, like this one, is people using their hands to cut out and shape and grind a knife. These actually, I believe, are water jets, so you're going to get consistency. So Ghost asked if I'm forging knives. I don't actually make any knives. I will someday. I've fooled with it a little bit, but for me to get good enough to sell knives would take a lot of time, and I don't have any time anymore at all. I don't hardly have time for what I do. So when I start making knives, it'll be because I love doing it or I really want to do it. It probably won't be to make money, and I don't think that I will ever get skilled enough to make knives fast enough to actually make money. Oh yeah, that would be cool, man. I would definitely make you one. That's probably what I'd do. If I start making knives, I'd probably make them for myself and make them for friends, and I'd probably spend a lot of time making my own prototypes. Is probably primarily what I do as a knife designer, making knives for White River Knives. I sub out my prototype work. Actually, Garrett at Bear Forest Knives is oftentimes my go-to guy for my prototypes. He does an absolutely phenomenal job and helps me get my hands on designs and really work out the kinks before I ever go to White River. So, and that's a difficult thing to do. Also, Gryson Scott of Gryson Scott Knives made a prototype for me, and again, did an absolutely phenomenal job. And when I met him, he was an 18-year-old, and the quality of his work at Blade Show 2019 blew me away, as did his prices, which is why I picked him as Custom Knife Maker of the Year for 2019. There were people that you would consider better knife makers, just absolutely fancy, beautiful. There were people that were cheaper, but I just thought that he was amazing. All right. Joseph asked, how is my Outer Limits T17.3? Great. I'll be carrying it again very soon. Love the blade. It's a very interesting knife and handle ratio, and it just works very well. So love it. Fit and finish, amazing. Amazing fit and finish from those guys in Bulgaria. So cool. Recoil Therapy says that he loves the Beach and Tactical Slings. Give me the GoFundMe and auction info again. When does the auction start? So it is 8:02. The link to the GoFundMe is in the description box below. However, since this is an auction, you will not need the GoFundMe link to bet in the auction. What we're going to do is we're going to do a live auction where people can comment and tell me what they want to pay, and whoever comments and says that they will pay the most will win the knife. The knife will also be coming with a handmade product from me, from Beach and Tactical, and a handwritten letter. I know that nobody cares about handwritten letter, but people might not realize how much this means to me. And if you've been a subscriber for a long time, you probably have noticed that I'm not good at like sticking to something. So like doing a YouTube video live at 8 o'clock every Friday, that's a big deal for me. But it's such an important part of my life, such a good friend of mine. It's easy to do. I really want to support them, so I'm gonna write the doggone letter because I mean, a lot of my supporters already on GoFundMe, uh, they're changing lives, lives that are very important to me. So I'm gonna start the auction at $30. To be specific, this is an EDC item. This is not silver. This does not have value intrinsically from the materials that's constructed out of. It is just a very neat thing to put in your pocket. By the way, rule number 9 is always carry a knife. On the back, they say memento mori. Remember that you too someday. Okay, remember, I got a little, I misread this. Remember that you too shall someday die. I thought that there was a typo for a second where it says shall. I thought the H was an M, and I was like, that you too small someday. I know what memento mori means, but I was just reading it exactly. I don't know if my camera will focus on that well enough, and it's backwards. So on the front, you've got a skull. On the forehead, it says rule number 9, which is always carry a knife. On the back, you have the opposite angle that you'd see on the skull. On the top says memento mori. Remember that someday you too shall die. Recoil therapy, thank you. So we are up to $50 on the auction. To keep this fair, we have to have a cutoff date time. So our cutoff will be 8/20. So anybody who wants to win this coin, I've been advertising since last week, Friday, 8 o'clock, get a chance to win. Now, if you really like the coins and you don't win tonight, I have 3 more that will be raffled or auctioned. So what I'm going to do tomorrow, I'm going to take a picture of the next coin, which will be silver with a patina, and we'll do a raffle. And for the raffle, there will be a monetary amount to buy a ticket, and for however many tickets you buy, they'll all go into a pot, and there'll be a random thing. So, a lot of people like raffles because they might give $30 and get a really good chance to win. A lot of people hate raffles because they'd rather do an option, and they'd rather spend $50 and know that they win than $30 and hope to win. So I'm trying to do both. All right, so the other thing is, so we have one of these that's silver and tarnished. Then we have one that's shiny and copper. And then we have one that's copper and tarnished. So those will all be available. And then I have some Christian themed coins from Brothers EDC that I'll be giving away. Not giving away, but auctioning or raffling or selling. And then I will also, I'm considering some other stuff to do, possibly some more Exodus knife and tool prototypes, maybe some special beach and tactical slings, whatever we can do. And I really want you guys to know that like the shares and the prayers help as much as the auctions, the raffles, and the donations. My mother-in-law thought that it was too late to matter and it wouldn't do anything, but she just decided to share the GoFundMe on Facebook. One of her friends just out of the blue donated like $200. That's huge. That's such a big deal, and that's going to go so far for these guys. So that's, even if you don't give any money or do anything, the share could make a lot of difference. The other thing is, The hospital that Myla is in is really far away. And so my buddy is self-employed. He happens to employ me. Uh, we were friends before I worked for him, but long story short, he's like, man, I could really use you working for me. And simultaneously, we were getting ready to have a second kid. And I was like, I could really use a more reliable form of income. Um, so now I'm working for him 3 days a week, and I work for myself between 2 and 4 days a week with Beach and Tactical and Exodus Knife and Tool. And so he has to get to work every day, but he has to rent an apartment way out there to be with his wife and his daughter. So, um, I don't know how much I should share, but the apartment's $1,200 a month. So it's not just about the money. It's not just about the time. It's not just about the heartache or the emotional roller coaster or any one thing. It's the everything together. And so I'm just trying to find ways to help relieve the burden of the financial part. If I can help part of it. Oh, the other problem that really interestingly is I broke a bone spur in my elbow from right like after this happened, and wasn't able to work for 2 weeks. So then I wasn't even able to help him at work. Anyways, how's the goats? So one of my goats has founder, so he rests on his knees a lot. He has inflammation at his hooves, and we've changed up the diet a little bit and done this and that and the other thing. But what I need to do is change up the diet entirely and put them 100% on hay, and I'm not set up to do that yet. So he's getting around better, and he's fighting and he's playing more, but he still has it. He still has pain. So still working on it. I'm trying to figure out what kind of hay feeder I'm going to do to keep everything out of the rain. But the biggest problem I have is where am I going to store a whole bunch of hay? I need a building for that. It's all money, one thing after another. And I spent a little bit too much of my money recently on ammo because ammo. Okay, I'm getting off topic here. The auction will close in 9 minutes. The current bid is at $50 for recoil therapy channel. So recoil therapy channel. Also, you can let us know if you have an Instagram and all of your social media contacts. And anybody on here that has social media contacts, let us know. And I've been doing this for a long time, and there is a community that has been built around my content. However, I don't know that I've helped everybody get to know each other as much as I should. So on any of my live videos, if you've got social media and you're part of this community, let everybody know. That way we can all be in this really together. It's not just about me. I've been trying to ride my bicycle more. Yeah, recoil therapy said he's not too good at the social media. It's funny. I was terrible at social media, and I had a YouTube for quite a while before I did an Instagram, and I hated Instagram. And then I started to like Instagram because I enjoy using it, and now I hate them again because they are hugely involved in social manipulation. And they're just evil. So, but I love the platform. It's a really hard thing to balance. Joseph asked, recoil therapy, I believe, when you served in the Marine Corps, 85 to 89. I've been getting a lot of comments lately of people who think that I was in the Marine Corps. I was not. My mom and dad both were in the Marine Corps. I was born on Camp Pendleton. I was in the Army. So I was 173rd Airborne as an airborne infantryman, and was not in the Marine Corps. And it's been interesting to me. I don't know why comments have started popping up from a lot of different people talking about being a fellow Marine. I don't mind, but I don't want to mislead people. I'm not a Marine, so it is what it is. Joseph, I appreciate your appreciation. Anymore it's not protecting, and it hasn't been protecting since. I won't get too much into it, but there are good intentions, and there are a lot of people with good intentions in the military. And everybody thought I actually got in with a Ranger contract. And so when I joined the Army, they're talking about bonuses and this and that and the other, and bonuses were a big deal at the time. I was like, look, I don't care about the bonus. I don't want the bonus. Give me a Ranger contract and give me an airborne contract and get me in. What happened with that was in basic, I had a 270 PT score, I think. And everybody who had a Ranger contract got called to the first sergeant's office, and we were called in one at a time. He's like, look, you need to have a 300. This was on Friday. You need to have a 300 by Monday, or you're going to lose your contract. You will not be accepted in the Ranger Battalion. You will not be able to go to, I believe it was RASP at the time. It was right before that changed. And you'll lose all of your contract. You'll just go to the needs of the Army. But if you drop your Ranger contract, we'll give you choice of duty station. This was a hard decision for me. However, I was balancing how bad I wanted to go to Ranger school, which actually RASP is not Ranger school. This was to get in a Ranger Bat, not Ranger school. But how bad I wanted to go to Ranger Bat and Ranger school versus continuing to get into better shape and just deploying like right away. And I heard the 173rd was deploying right away, like literally they were deploying. And I thought, well, I'll go to this unit. I'll get a deployment in right away, not have to wait for it. And I'll get into better condition and shape and do Ranger school and Ranger Bat later, which obviously didn't happen. So yeah, it was 4 or 5 months after I graduated high school that I was in Afghanistan, straight out basic training, airborne school, some quick rushed BS training that we did real quick, and boom, Afghanistan. Caesar asks, is my brother in the Army too, or Marine Corps? My brother's Army, my youngest brother's Army. So my dad was Marine Corps. He later went Army. My dad was Marine Corps mid 80s, I think, until early 90s, and then got out and did all kinds of stuff, but retired Army. And then I was Airborne Infantry Army. My middle brother was Ranger Bat Infantry. My youngest brother is currently still in, and he is a Scout, 19 Delta. So besides my mom, he was the only person who was in the military who wasn't infantry. So everybody in my family did a period of service. All right, in 3 minutes, the auction for the coin will be over. And we are at $50 for the rule number 9 coin. So 2 minutes now. All right. Duke trips and mods from Joseph. I'm guessing you're asking about my Duke 390 motorcycle. I am planning some Duke trips for this spring and summer. The only mods so far I have not installed a first gen Duke header, a Duke airbox mod, and a Duke ECU piggyback thing. So when I get a first gen exhaust, which is so sick, especially on the second gen, I'll install everything. And then after that, I think I'm going to get bags for it, which it doesn't sound like it, but they're pretty cool. I'll get the windscreen, which is atrociously ugly. Then I'm going to get Pirelli STR road/dirt tires and maybe a aluminum skid plate for the bottom. And I think I'm going to wrap most of the plastics, the shrouds, the tank, the rear fairing, the headlight, and the front fender flat gray. So it'll be flat gray, orange, and white with some off-road stuff for kind of a scrambler look. I'm pretty excited about it. All right, 1 minute and Shooter Mindset will win the rule number 9 coin at $50 is what we are at. So we'll take this minute to focus on that. We are at $50. This will also come with a custom beach and tactical accessory and a handwritten letter, which I know people probably don't care about that, but I do, so I'm going to do it. All right, we are at 8:20. I'm going to give about 15 to 30 seconds here, just in case there's internet lag or anything like that. The last comment was at 8:17, according to my thingy-majigger. But I think that we have it. I think the recoil therapy channel will be the winner of this rule number 9 coin. All right. Close this. The auction is over. Recoil therapy channel, I am so thankful for what you have done. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to okay, I can't, what I'm going to do on this other phone here, the link that's in the description box, of course, it won't let me click that. It's so annoying. It's a full link. I don't know why it doesn't work. Oh, I can comment on here. It's still top chat, live chat, super chat. I want to chat myself. I'm going to flip you guys here. It doesn't want me to? Why can't I chat? Reply? No? It's not gonna let me? I mean, surely it'll let me. Comment. Anyways, recoil therapy channel. If you don't mind, reach out to me on email. If the description box link doesn't work for you, I will make sure that I send you the GoFundMe link, because this is actually about to be embarrassing. This is my son's phone. It's my old broken phone, but I've disabled like everything on here, but these blippy shows that he likes to watch, well, educational shows, and so he just watches his shows on my phone. I always talk about how I wasn't gonna give my kid a phone until they're like 16, but it's not really a phone. It's just a screen that plays shows they like. It's kind of like a TV, which I also didn't want to do. All right. We will get that squared away. I will get a hold of you. I will get you that link. And like I said, I'll try and get this out to you. I'll try to get it out Monday. It might be a little later in the week, depending on the snow and work and everything else and how long it takes me to make you something. But I assure you it will go out. Oh, I forgot. We did a raffle on prototype Exodus knife and tool jackalope, and the person who won that never got a hold of me. And I think that we're going to have to pick a new winner for that. So, we're not getting any more chat here. If you guys have any questions, feel free to ask. If we're done for the night, then we'll be done for the night. You guys can let me know. I want to say how much I appreciate all of the support again, not only for Myla Rhys, but also for my channel. I hope to have some more good content coming out for you guys. Feel free to tell me what kind of content you like best. And let me see how I sound on here. Hi. No? Not gonna let me? I mean, surely it'll let me. Man, there's quite a bit of lag on here. Comments. Anyways, Recoil Therapy channel. If you don't mind, reach out to me on email. If the description box. Oh, there's not that much lag. This thing was just behind. Oh, there's not that much lag. This thing was just behind. Wow, that's actually really good. Wow, that's actually really good. Okay, let me turn this down. I think we'll call it a night, guys. Thank you again, and I hope that you all have a blessed evening.